Hi guys, and welcome to English 120. My name is Brianna Kuhn and I will be your instructor for the spring 2018 semester. And so what you're looking at here is the dashboard for Canvas. And so to find our class, you just look for English 120 Spring, and then you click on it. And so what I want you guys to do is to please watch this whole video because we will get into the syllabus, the textbook information, and how to navigate through Canvas. So this video is really important for your success in this class, so please do watch the whole thing. So at first, in order to find the syllabus, you would click on the Syllabus tab, and the syllabus is right here. And so if you click on the magnifying glass for any document in Canvas, it will open right there because it's embedded in the software. So it just takes a second because it's a larger file. But if you're ever on your phone and you want to just check something on the syllabus, the magnifying glass is a way to go. And then if you want to just download it to your computer or your device, you would click on the arrow and then it would download to your device directly. And so that's what I've done for this video. Just trying to see if this will load. Okay, so it has loaded, and this is what it looks like. You can just scroll through as you're on Canvas. So we'll just close this for right now, and then I'll open the one that I downloaded. So this is our syllabus. So our course theme for this semester is the danger of a single story, and we will get into that in just a second. So again, my name is Brianna Kuhn. Oh, this should say Spring 2018. I read it so many times and don't catch all the typos, but this should say Spring 2018. And then here is my email address right here. You can go ahead and click right on it from the syllabus, or on Canvas you have this function called inbox, and you can just click on the leaf to start a new message, and then you choose our class and you just type my name. There I am right there. So you would just click me. There we go. Type your subject and your email and hit send, and that goes directly to my email as well. So whichever is easier for you. So let's just go back to the syllabus. Here are some important deadlines. The 9th is the last day to add and drop. March 2nd is the last day to choose pass, no pass. And April 27th is the last day to withdraw. So please keep those dates in mind. Again, they're on page 1 of the syllabus. So I do want to read this little paragraph here. It's the only real paragraph, one of 2 paragraphs I'll read in this video. Welcome to English 120. This semester we will look deeply at the work by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, a Nigerian woman who speaks about the danger of a single story. She argues that forming single stories of people and places robs people of dignity. In our course, we will listen to her TED Talk and use her arguments as a foundation as we progress through our essays and assignments. We will examine our preconceived notions of other people, different places, varying ideologies, and even ourselves. This form of introspection can lead to spacious thinking and to formulating new worldviews, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing everyone's insights as we progress through our course. So we will be challenging some of our ideologies and our worldviews, as it says here. However, in no way does this class ask you to change your opinion of what you already believe coming into this class. What I hope this class will do is just expand your mind a little bit and help you to see things from other people's perspectives. However, I'm not asking you to agree with these other perspectives. I think that's where we draw the line. I just want you to be aware and tolerant of different views. Okay, so that is kind of the foundation of our course. So we can keep going here. I want to talk about our textbooks. So we have 2 main books that we'll be working with this semester. Current Issues and Enduring Questions is this one right here on the left. So it does say here 11th edition. You do need the 11th edition. Students have used the 10th in the past, the 10th edition, and there are readings that are missing. So you do want to make sure you have the 11th edition, and I've provided you the ISBN right here. So you can go ahead and try to find it on Chegg or Amazon, a cheaper version. However, you do need the 11th edition. And then the other Westmore, oh, by the way, so once we get to the course schedule and onto Canvas, you'll notice that I start abbreviating the title of this book, CIEQ. Current Issues and Enduring Questions. So CIEQ is that book there. Another book we need is The Other Westmore, which is on the right here. This is a novel. So the first book, Current Issues, that's more about reading and writing strategies, how to compose essays and the writing process, and how to form different kinds of arguments. But this here on the right is a novel. Okay, so it's written by Wes Moore, and he is writing about another man also named Wes Moore. So there's two Wes Moores, and so there's 8 chapters in the book. And for each chapter, half of the chapter is about the author, and half of the chapter is about the other Wes Moore. So both men grew up in Baltimore, and then our author becomes so successful, and he becomes a Rhodes Scholar and travels the world. And the other Wes Moore ends up in prison serving a life sentence. And so throughout the book, we get to see how those paths diverge. So every chapter is a different year. So I think the first chapter is 1982, I believe, something like that. So in chapter 1, the first half of the chapter is about what was happening to the author in that year, and the second half is about the other Wes Moore. So we get to really see how their lives were parallel very early on and when they started to split. So I hope you enjoy the book. And then Hidden Figures is a film that we will be watching this semester. I have provided links when we get to it. It's not until Unit 3, around April or so. But I've provided you links to rent the movie from Amazon or Redbox. Of course, if you've already seen the movie, then you're ahead of the game. But that is something we will also be watching. Okay? So we can keep going here. The next thing I really want to talk about is Canvas in the course organization. So our course will be divided into weekly modules. Each module will contain all the lecture materials, handouts, videos, assignments, and submission links for the week. Each folder will become available the day the previous folder's assignments are due. Because we want to simulate the pace of a typical classroom, we will all work at the same pace, completing one folder at a time. Each week we have 2 deadlines. We will complete all assignments each Sunday with the exception of responses to your peers' discussion boards, which are due on Mondays. This will allow you to creatively and insightfully respond to your peers' work after everyone has had the opportunity to post. So we will now move on to Canvas so that you can really see what this looks like. But essentially, if you remember that everything is due every Sunday, you'll be in good shape. You do have an extra day to complete peer responses to discussion boards. So let's see here. So what this is referring to in the syllabus is the Modules tab. So when you click on Modules, you will see that I have all the modules done for the whole semester. So I've titled them Module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 17, and then I've also given you the due date for each module. And so these modules are collapsible, so when you click on it, they do expand, and you can see everything that's in there. Please note here, this one will unlock January 28th at 7 a.m. and is due February 4th at midnight. So then that's the same kind of process throughout the whole semester. The next one is due Sunday, February 11th at midnight, and it opens a week before, February 4th at 7 a.m. So you'll kind of get used to this. The modules will automatically unlock every Sunday at 7 a.m. So you don't really have to remember that. What you do need to remember, however, is that your deadline is Sunday at midnight every week. Okay? So the first thing that I want to show you here is what I think is the best way to kind of navigate through the modules, especially during the first couple of weeks. So what I suggest that you do is you click on the first item. Okay, it tells you that you need to read this. This is simply a task list for the week. Okay, so what I recommend is that you scroll. Okay, so notice the next thing here. So the first thing listed on your task list is a syllabus quiz. You could click on that and do the syllabus quiz and do it that way. However, again, I'm showing you a different approach for the first couple weeks. So you notice the first thing is the syllabus quiz. So when you click next, or when you hover over it, it says syllabus quiz. So you click it, and it will take you right to the quiz. And for you guys, it will say like begin or start or something like that. So once you've done it, you can then click next. It'll go to the next item. So you click on this link here. It will take you to a TED Talk that you need to watch. And here is the transcript for that TED Talk, so you can follow along. And then I do want to talk a little bit about this one because this is a unique assignment. We will complete it during the first week and the last week of our course to kind of see if our course lived up to our expectations. Of course, our course theme is the danger of a single story, so we're also going to analyze that theme in terms of our own course. So for this assignment, what you will need to do is click on Edit, And then all you have to do, and there's instructions here, but I'm just showing you in this video, you'd simply just type in your own answer. I hope to learn how to fix comma splices, for example, in this class. Okay, so when you've answered all of them, 1 through 6, you hit save, which is right here, this blue button. Then the next person comes in, right, so I'll save it. Notice that my response is saved right here. Then the next person comes in and clicks edit, and they will just simply add their response here, right? And then something cool that I would like you guys to kind of play with, you can highlight all of your responses and change the font color. You can bold it, underline, italicize it, highlight it. So I want your responses to become your own, so go ahead and play with the colors and things like that. So I explain everything there, but that's just for this one assignment. This is the only time you'll do an editing kind of assignment. Okay, so once you're done with that, then you will click next, right? Which is the corresponding discussion board to this assignment. And so part 1, you answer these questions. Part 2, you respond to your peers. And I always tell you here, your original response is due Sunday. Your responses to your peers are due Mondays. Okay, so when you're done with that, you click next. And then you have the Adichie discussion board. This corresponds to the TED Talk. Again, part 1, part 2, so just follow the instructions. So notice as I hover over now, the next button, it says Module 2. So now you know that you are done with Module 1, right? Because the next thing is Module 2. So then you can stop here for the week, right? And then when the next module becomes available, you can simply do the same process. So when we scrolled, we went through all these pages, okay? So once you've done everything in the module, you are done for the week, okay? So that is one way to do it, and like I said, that's the recommended approach for the first couple of weeks, especially if you're not familiar with Canvas. Again, everything on Canvas is a clickable link, so on your task list, I've given you all the links for the rest of the assignments in the module. So you can simply work from this page and click on all of these things and complete it that way. I do, like I said, I recommend the scrolling just so you can make sure you hit everything. But the last thing I'll show you here is on the Syllabus tab. You'll notice I have given you, well, what it does, whenever I post a deadline for something, it automatically sets this up on the Syllabus page. So for Sunday, February 4th, these are the 3 assignments that you need to complete. Now notice that the editing assignment with the course expectations is not here. That's because that's not a graded assignment. So again, I think that's the only week where that happens, is the first week, but otherwise you can simply just go here and complete all the assignments for the week too, or at least use the Syllabus tab as a checklist to make sure you're doing everything. And what's cool is if you go to your Grade Center, because I've numbered the modules the way that I have, let me go into student view so you can see what it looks like from your perspective. Okay, so if I go to grades, it'll give me a full list of what's due. So 1.2, 1.6, 1.7. That, you know that these are all Module 1 because they start with 1, right? Then these are all Module 2 because they start with the number 2 and 3 and so on. And then it tells you the due date. So if you do the first 3 here, then you know that you're done for the week as well. These are just tips in case you're someone like me who is nervous that I didn't get everything done. So that's kind of just different ways to check that you're doing everything. But again, scrolling through the modules, I think, is the most effective way to do this. Okay, and then you can collapse it when you're done if you'd like to. So let me leave student view. Okay. So the next thing, let's return back to our syllabus here. So then I get into the grades. Okay, you can kind of look at the point breakdown and the grading scale. I do not round grades, so please do not email me at the end of the semester asking me to round your grade. I will be offering extra credit throughout the semester, and I do offer a revision. The policy is in the syllabus, so make sure you read that. The revision policy will be on the syllabus quiz. But because I offer these grade boosters, if you will, I do not round grades. Okay, so you can take advantage of the extra credit in the revision, but you need to earn your grade, right? It kind of details everything that's listed in this chart. Okay, the essays, homework. Here's the discussion board rubric for every single discussion board. Quizzes, rough drafts, exam, revision. We do have one online final exam. Okay, that will be at the very end of the semester. It will be an essay, so I will ask you to read an article, and then you will write an essay in response to that article, and that will be at the very end. Revision, so make sure you read that. Different policies, make sure you specifically read the email policy. Okay, I do ask for specific things when students email me. Go ahead and take a look at the late work policy. VeriCite is just another tool we use instead of like Turnitin or SafeAssign. It's a plagiarism checker, so just make sure you read all of that. Some resources, DSPS, free tutoring, right? So go ahead and read all of this. I have given you my teaching philosophy and a little bit about myself if you're interested in knowing a little bit. These are my cats. These are real pictures of my cats, Archie and Bailey. They're characters for sure. But you can go ahead and read that. The next page just kind of shows you the deadlines for the major assignments. And then this is the course schedule. The rest of the syllabus is the course schedule. So remember on Canvas that I release the modules every Sunday at 7 a.m. so you can't really see too far in advance. But if you do want to see what's coming, you can come to the course schedule, and I have it done for the entire semester. Okay, you can kind of see what's coming up and all the deadlines that are coming up. So here's a note about the schedule. Each column contains the materials, videos, readings, activities, and essays due for the deadline. CIEQ refers to our textbook current issues and enduring questions. So remember from the very beginning of this video, this is CIEQ right here, the greenish red book. TOWM will refer to the other Westmore in the course schedule and on Canvas actually. If a reading is on Canvas, it'll say link on Canvas. TOWM refers to the other Westmore. DB refers to discussion board. Assignments are due the day they are listed, and then there's a link there if you need help. So the first column is what week we're in, the second column is the due date, third is what's due, and the fourth is what we're covering. Okay, so notice you need to read the DCHI transcript. The assignments are the course expectation responses and the discussion board, the Adichie discussion board, and the syllabus quiz. Again, all of this is listed on Canvas in your task list and on the modules. So there's multiple places where everything is listed and everything will match up. But again, this will be a little bit more detailed. And it'll show you everything for the whole semester so you can kind of look ahead. All right. So this is basically everything you need to know for the class, especially in order to get started. But if you have any questions, please reach out and email me. And I very much am looking forward to working with you all this semester, and I'll see you all online.